Number 15. Nissan launched the GT-R Nismo in 1990, just 1 year after the legendary GT-R was revived. Developed by Nismo, Nissan's high-performance division, the R32 Nismo was created to meet FIA Group A regulations and to compete directly with the BMW E30 M3 and Ford Sierra RS 500. Unlike the standard R32, the Nismo version was thoroughly optimized by removing unnecessary components to reduce weight, while adding air vents to improve cooling. Additionally, the car featured an extended rear end and added spoilers to increase downforce. The R32 Nismo was powered by a tuned RB26 DETT 2.6-liter twin-turbo engine, officially rated at 276 horsepower, though actual output was reported to be around 316 horsepower. Only 560 units were produced, with 500 meeting homologation requirements and 60 reserved exclusively for racing. Number 14. To celebrate the 40th anniversary of the Skyline nameplate, Nissan and Autech unveiled the 40th anniversary edition at the 1997 Tokyo Motor Show, with production beginning in January 1998. This marked the first four-door GT-R since the legendary 1969 Hakosuka. Autech transformed the four-door R33 Skyline into a true GT-R by equipping it with the RB26 engine, a 5-speed manual transmission, and Nissan's latest Atessa all-wheel drive system. The car also featured rear bucket seats and signature flared rear fenders. Only 416 Autech sedans were produced, offered in 4 colors: Sonic Silver, Midnight Purple, Dark Pearl Gray, and White. Number 13. Nissan introduced the Skyline M-Spec in 2001 as a more luxurious version of the V-spec, with the Nürburgring package added to both models in the final year of R34 production. The letter M was taken from the name of Chief Engineer Kazutoshi Mizuno, while Nur refers to the legendary Nürburgring circuit. The car was equipped with an N1-inspired RB26 DETT engine, producing an actual output of 316 horsepower and 295 pound-feet of torque. With only 285 M-Spec Nur models produced, it is even rarer than the V-spec Nur, including 144 units finished in Millennium Jade. Number 12. Nissan unveiled the second-generation Skyline 2000 GT-R at the 1972 Tokyo Motor Show as the successor to the legendary Hakosuka. Nicknamed the Ken Mary, this GT-R took its name from the Ken and Mary couple featured in the highly successful advertising campaign for the C110 Skyline. The car featured a more muscular design, a longer wheelbase than the standard for the C110 Skyline, and wider front and rear tracks. Meanwhile, it retained the S20 engine inherited from its predecessor, producing 157 horsepower and 130 pound-feet of torque, enabling it to accelerate from 0 to 62 miles per hour in 8.9 seconds. Unfortunately, the global oil crisis dealt a heavy blow to Nissan, forcing the company not only to end GT-R production early, limited to just 197 units, but also to abandon its racing ambitions. Excluding special editions, the Skyline GT-R Ken Mary is the rarest racing-oriented GT-R in the brand's 55-year history and is widely regarded as the Phantom GT-R. Number 11. In 1995, Nissan made a bold return to Le Mans in the GT1 class with the R33 GT-R LM. To commemorate this milestone, Nissan released the R33 GT-R LM Limited in 1996. The only available color was BT2 Championship Blue. Only 188 units were produced, 86 based on the standard R33 and 102 on the V-spec. All were powered by the RB26 DETT, producing around 320 horsepower. Despite its name, however, the LM Limited is not the rarest GT-R ever made. Number 10. Just 2 years after the R35 GT-R debuted, Nissan introduced the GT-R SpecV in 2009 as a lighter, more performance-focused variant. To achieve this, Nissan equipped the car with carbon Recaro bucket seats and removed the rear seats. Interestingly, the navigation system and Bose audio system were retained, despite the SpecV's strong emphasis on weight reduction. Even so, Nissan managed to cut 132 pounds, making it one of the lightest R35 models ever produced, with a curb weight of 3,700 pounds. Meanwhile, the SpecV's 3.8-liter V6 engine produced 480 horsepower, matching the output of the standard GT-R. With only 110 units built and 5 available exterior colors, Ultimate Black Opal stands out as one of the most distinctive finishes ever offered. Number 9. The R35 T-spec debuted in 2021 as a premium special edition above the premium trim. Exterior highlights included Midnight Purple 3 and Millennium Jade paint finishes, widened track edition fenders, gold rays forged wheels, and a carbon fiber rear wing. Inside, the bespoke cabin featured Mori green semi-aniline leather and carbon fiber T-spec badging. Power came from the 565 horsepower R38 DETT, enabling a 0 to 60 miles per hour sprint in just 2.9 seconds. Only 100 units were produced worldwide, with 50 allocated to the US market. Number 8. Following the R32 Skyline's success in Group A racing, Nissan introduced the N1 version in 1991 to meet homologation requirements for Japan's N1 racing series, the predecessor to today's Super Taikyu Championship. Based on the GT-R Nismo released a year earlier, the N1 lineup included 3 variants: Standard, V-spec, and V-spec 2. All N1 models were finished exclusively in crystal white and featured the Nismo front bumper and hood, along with extensive weight reduction measures. The V-spec 2 debuted in 1994 and shared most features with the earlier V-spec, with the only difference being wider OEM tires. The RB26 engine was retained, but upgraded with steel turbochargers for improved durability. Of the 245 R32 N1 cars produced, the V-spec 2 is the rarest, with only 63 units built, just 1 fewer than the V-spec. Number 7. Introduced in 1997, the 400R was created to commemorate Nissan's success at Le Mans and to mark the final year of the R33 generation. Under Nismo's meticulous engineering, each 400R received extensive upgrades to the engine, chassis, and aerodynamics. At its heart was the Rimax-built RBX GT2 2.8-liter twin-turbo engine, producing 400 horsepower and 346 pound-feet of torque, enabling a 0 to 60 miles per hour time of approximately 4 seconds. Although Nismo originally planned to produce 100 units, high development costs and limited profitability resulted in just 44 examples being completed by 1998. Number 6. Introduced around the year 2000, the full R-Tune package once cost more than half the price of the base car, but it was widely regarded as worth every yen. Much like the 400R, R-Tune was a comprehensive upgrade program, covering suspension tuning, aerodynamic enhancements, and mechanical refinements that transformed the Skyline into a performance masterpiece. The centerpiece of the R-Tune was the R1 engine. Nismo produced just over 70 examples of this highly tuned inline-six, based on the reinforced RBN1 architecture. In R-Tune form, the RB26 received extensive upgrades, pushing output to approximately 444 horsepower. Only around 25 R34s received the full R-Tune conversion, making them nearly as valuable and elusive as the legendary Z-Tune. Number 5. Conceived by Nismo in 2002, just as Nissan was preparing to close the glorious R34 era, the Z-Tune was ultimately completed in 2003 to mark Nismo's 20th anniversary. To create this beast, Nismo sourced 20 used Skyline V-spec 2 models, each with fewer than 30,000 kilometers on the odometer. Of these, only 12 cars were purchased outright, while the remainder were donated, before being completely stripped down and reborn. Although 20 units were originally planned, only 19 Z-Tunes were ultimately completed, including 2 prototype models. Notably, Nismo finished the Z-Tune in its exclusive Z-Tune Silver paint, a color reserved solely for this limited edition. Number 4. To celebrate Iteldesign's 50th anniversary in 2018 and the GT-R's 50th anniversary in 2019, Nissan partnered with Iteldesignn to create the GT-R50, unveiled at the 2018 Goodwood Festival of Speed. Initially conceived as a one-off design exercise, the GT-R50 was based on the 2017 GT-R Nismo. The original body was completely stripped and replaced with bespoke, handcrafted panels, while the roofline was lowered by 2 inches. Power came from a heavily upgraded 3.8-liter twin-turbo V6 using GT3-derived turbochargers, producing 710 horsepower and 585 pound-feet of torque. Although 50 units were originally planned, only 19 were completed, with just 2 sold outside Japan. Number 3. The Nismo S-Tune was conceived as a more road-focused alternative to the Z-Tune. Developed as a comprehensive, street-optimized upgrade package, it featured a Nismo Spec 1 engine producing 450 horsepower and 325 pound-feet of torque. With an upgraded chassis and bespoke G-Attack suspension setup, the S-Tune delivered exceptional stability and control. Aerodynamic enhancements included a unique front bumper, side skirts, and an adjustable carbon fiber rear wing. Additional details such as a Nismo aluminum fuel cap, S-Tune badging, titanium shift knob, upgraded multifunction display, and branded floor mats completed the package. Only 14 examples were completed, making the S-Tune one of the rarest R34 Skylines ever built. Number 2. At first glance, the Zero-R stands out with its aggressive styling and advanced aerodynamic upgrades. Power comes from a heavily modified RB26 engine, bored out to 2.8 liters and reinforced with high-performance internal components, producing 591 horsepower and 398 pound-feet of torque. The Zero-R could accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just over 2 seconds and achieve a top speed exceeding 200 miles per hour, making it one of the fastest production-based cars of its era. Despite strong demand, the project was halted due to development costs exceeding HKS's budget. Although 10 units were planned, only 4 were completed, 3 retained in Japan, and 1 sold to the Sultan of Brunei. Number 1. The R33 may often be regarded as the ugly duckling of the GT-R lineage, but the rarest Skyline GT-R ever built actually belongs to this generation. Produced exclusively in 1995 to compete in the GT1 endurance racing category, the R33 GT-R LM features a unique wide-body kit, raise-forged wheels, and an interior largely identical to the standard R33, aside from a Nismo steering wheel and Alcantara racing seats with checkered center inserts. While the race version of the RB26 produced 400 horsepower, the one-off road-legal R33 GT-R LM was detuned to 300 horsepower. It may not be the most powerful GT-R ever built, but it is unquestionably the rarest. Today, this sole example is preserved at Nissan's Zama Heritage Collection.